I'm not sure how they managed to get a figure this detailed down to 9,000 yen. I'm not sure how they are doing it. This looks like something that cost 20,000 yen to me. Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven with your weekly figure news fix. This time around 12th to 17th of May 2025. This week we have a moderate amount of genuine scale figures on pre-order, but for the third party side, very few, around 12 figures only in total, including Anya's. So with this week, we actually have quite a few good stuff going on, and Freeing finally dropped another Senran Kagura 1x4 scale that looks amazing. Yeah, the Japanese style bunny suit of some kind that is beautiful. We also have Azulin stuff, like 2 big milk jugs hanging there. Yeah, that is a cheap figure. So without further ado, let's move on to Hobby Link Japan for the genuine licensed PVC figures, and I have selected all of the PVC scale figures I want to cover as usual. Starting off with this 1x4 scale right here, Senran Kagura Yumi Japanese bunny version by Freeing, 40,000 yen, May 2026 release. So this is a follow-up to the one that went on pre-order about 2 weeks ago. What's her name again? Yup, Asuka, I think. That is Asuka. I hope that it isn't just these 2 characters and we'll get more. As usual with Senran Kagura, even though Freeing has not explicitly mentioned that this is customable, I'm more inclined to believe that it is for the upper chest region, but I'm not sure how are they going to do it for this figure because of how the chest piece is connected to the arm region. Like this whole piece is one big piece from the looks of it. I'm not too sure. Yeah, everything appears to be connected all the way to her arms. So I'm not sure how do they make this figure castable. I wouldn't keep my hopes up. There is a likelihood where you can't do that. Yeah, I mean, this chest piece over here, right, it is connected all the way to the arms over here, one big piece. I don't think this is castable. This is the side view. Yep, the whole thing is one big block. No, I don't think this is castable. That is a bad news. Anyways, you shouldn't buy a figure just because you can remove the clothes. As long as you like the character design, this is worth considering. This is not your usual bunny figure. Yeah. Moving up next, now we go into 1x6 scale territory. This is Shiho Miyamae party dress version, 1x6 scale, deluxe edition by Charm, almost 32,000 yen, November release. You see, I normally tell you guys to buy the deluxe version of anime figures, especially when they come with extra parts, right? But this time around, for this figure of Shiho Miyamae, I'm starting to ask whether it is necessary. Like, yeah, you get 2 entire figures, the same figure, except that the dress is of a different color and they are both translucent slightly, so I have to cover up the chest region. The standard version is 21,700 yen, November release. It feels like not worth it, isn't it? This is almost 22k, and then you add another 10,000, 11,000 yen, you get 2 figures. So this one, if you divide it by 2, each figure will cost you around 16,000 yen. Meanwhile, this one is around 21, 22k for one single figure. Yeah. So this is the kind of trap we see a lot, isn't it? You go to McDonald's, you go to KFC or anywhere, restaurants, fast food. They encourage you to upsize your order for just $1 or $2. They encourage you to purchase add-ons because it is lower than the usual price if you bought it separately, things like that. And obviously, figure companies are going to use the same trick. So I'm not sure how to recommend this one. Perhaps if you like the figure a lot, then buying the deluxe version might be worth it. Yep, this is customable. Otherwise, if you think one is enough, then go for the standard version. To me, this is like a generic hot lady in a party dress. It feels that way to me. So this is not a very special figure for an 18+ figure. Moving up next, another cultured figure. We have Eyepatch Bunny illustration by Sue by 18, almost 30,000 yen. No scale over here, but the figures made by 18, they are closer to 1/6 scale, I believe. It is one of those premium figure brands that make 18 plus stuff, but sometimes you'll see their figures bargain bin, at least in China. There was this JK figure wearing glasses, right? And another one lying on the floor with her legs wide open. Yeah, they are heavily discounted for reasons I don't know, because normally 18 plus cultured figures, they tend to maintain their value or even go up after release. But at least 2 figures that I know of from this brand has bargain bin. So would you pre-order something like this early? I would love to hear your opinion. This is a very nice bunny girl figure. And the tanned skin over here looks great. But yeah, I'm wondering if she would become cheaper after release. Obviously, this is customable, both top and bottom. Moving up to the next one. This one I covered like a week ago on OSGK. She is now finally available on HLJ because it is a licensed PVC figure. New Era Lul Argol Bright Rabbit original character by PJ Studio. 21,200 yen, which is a great price. Releasing in June next year. This is a very detailed figure for around 21,000 yen. Right? This is pretty detailed, but I'm not sure what to think about the realistic face. Not really my kind of thing. But everywhere else like this, yeah, that minigun that she's holding, it looks amazing. And PJ Studio, they make great figures regardless of whether it is 1/4 or 1/6. One of those Chinese brands where it is something either you like or you don't, because original characters, right? But the quality of the stuff they make are excellent. Moving up to the next one, one of the highlights this week, Good Smile Company's 1/6 scale Arknights Amiya Hyuk version. 31,600 yen, that is expensive. June 2026 release. Okay, so basically this is like a figure of Amiya being locked up in this whatever it is. Like, I did not even play the game or watch the anime even. I think I watched like 3 or 4 episodes of the first season and then I just stopped there. Like, what is going on? It looks like post-apocalyptic setting with a bit of cyberpunk feel. Like, there are a lot of military police around. Probably some kind of authoritarian dictatorship going on. And yeah, I get the general gist of things, right? Like, what is happening, and everyone is under military control in some way, but I didn't understand the story that much. That is the thing. When you watch anime adaptation from games, sometimes you're being left hanging. They don't explain it clearly what is going on. So back to this figure over here. I like this figure a lot, but I'm not sure if this is my favorite Amiya figure at all. There was another brand, I believe it is a Chinese brand that I can't recall the name at the moment. They have a deluxe version of Amiya with a scooter next to her. Looks like an electric scooter. I like that figure so much, but somehow until today, a year or 2 after release, I haven't purchased it yet. So if you were to ask me which Amiya figure I would get next, if I were to buy one, I would go for that version first. This one, I'm not too sure. I have a feeling that it might bargain bin. Just my personal feeling, I don't know, but you'll see what Good Smile did to their Tanjiro and a Nezuko figure, which is a bit like this figure over here, inside a box with effect parts, and then those 2 figures bargain bins as well. So going by what I saw with those 2 figures, I'm afraid this might bargain bin as well. I don't have any basis on feeling that way. It is just a gut feeling. Okay, moving on to the next one here, 1/6 scale Hanikami Kanojo Kasane Minazumi Bunny Girl version illustration by Piromizu. 17,500 yen only. That is cheap for a high quality bunny girl figure at 1/6 by Hanabi. Okay, Hanabi, it is just a matter of time before I buy a few of their figures for review. They also have low budget figures that cost around 8,000-9,000 yen. April release 2026. Okay, so when I saw the paintwork of this figure, I like it so much. Just that I don't see myself pre-ordering too early because, you know, Chinese brand figures, they're easy to find in China. So I don't want to rack up too much debt if I can. To me, figure pre-orders are debts, even though I have not paid for the figure yet, because I don't like cancelling stuff. Okay, so with a close-up view of this figure, you look at the way they have painted the bunny outfit, the heavy shading, the heavy weathering on the bunny suit, dark blue, and then the center portion is a bit brighter in shade. This is the kind of paintwork I look for in anime figures. I like this so much, right? And the price is very reasonable. Look at the sofa, very heavy weathering for the red color paint over there. I like this so much. It is quite a shame that it is 1/6 scale. This is one of those occasions where I wished the figure is 1/7 instead of 1/6, because I have so many 1/7 scale Barney girl figures from Japanese brands. Blue Archive Asuna or my Scarhut Bunny version from FGO. They would look great next to this figure, only to be ruined by the scale mismatch. It is such a sad thing. I know I shouldn't be complaining about getting a bigger figure. Bigger is better, but it is a mismatch with my existing collection. That is the sad part. Can I recommend it? Yes. Go ahead and get it if you like her. And with Pyromizu art figures, they need to get the face right. If the face is off, then the whole figure is ruined. The face expression, the slight blush on the cheeks, they have to execute this part to perfection. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a Pyromizu art figure. Okay, moving up next, another art figure. Saki Utsunomiya illustration by Nanahara Fuyuki, 1/6 scale by VV5, 22,500 yen. Okay, at least based on these product pictures over here, they made it seem like, her white color outfit is semi-translucent. You can see that she is not wearing any bra underneath, but there are no indications of this figure being cast-offable, at least in the product pictures provided by VV5, which is the sad part. Now the question is that, will there be an 18+ version later on? Maybe next week. So my advice for you, if you are interested in this figure because it looks really nice, it looks incredible to me, I would suggest waiting for 1 week. Yeah, wait and see if there is an 18+ version coming up next week. Then only you hit the pre-order button. Otherwise, it would be quite a chore, right? I mean, you pre-order this one, and then next week you see an 18+ version, then you have to cancel pre-order and pre-order it again. Yeah. Of course, if you want to do that, go ahead. But I would suggest waiting 1 week for this one. Because with the way the artist has drawn this figure, made her outfit slightly translucent for fan service, I suspect that we might get an R18 version for this figure. Otherwise, I love this figure a lot. Hot police women. Alright, moving on to the next one here. 1/6 scale Senran Nation series Koma Ino Ritsu by Magic Arts, 22,000 yen, March release. Okay, so the thing with this figure, it reminds me of the Neko art figures, NECO, Neko art figures by various other different companies out there. Mietos made a few. I think Wing Company also has a few. And then there are like some other brands who made the figures, which they normally look amazing. And they are quite cheap as well. They were below 20,000 yen. Some were as low as 13,000, 14,000 yen. And those figures, they are bargain binned. So it left a bad taste in my mouth in the sense that when I look at this figure over here, it reminded me of those Neko art figures that bargain binned. And I can't help but feel that the same thing would happen to this figure. Once again, I don't have any definite basis to claim that this figure would bargain bin. I'm not confident that it will happen, but this is based on what I've seen with other figures that look similar in terms of the art style or design language. As for this figure over here, 22,000 yen for 1/6 is very reasonable, but I do have a big problem. And that is the pose. I call it the Veruca pose. Some Gundam model kits, the ones where they are based on artwork by Hajime Katoki or Veruca version car. The box art of the Gunpla is like The Gundam is just standing there like a dumb statue doing nothing, like no action pose of any kind, right? And this figure is exactly like that. So yeah, the pose is boring. And for that reason alone, I'm not liking it. Nothing wrong with the character design, just that, yeah, it doesn't feel special, this figure over here. So nope, I won't pre-order this one. Moving on to the next one here, one of the highlights this week as well. We have Sandwich swimsuit version from Azur 1/7 scale by Good Smile Company, only 16,000 yen. And you get two hanging melons there. That is such a glorious sight to behold. Yes, pre-order it if you are a big fan of Azur. So this is coming out in May 2026. This is one of the best value buys this week, or value pre-orders, and she even comes with two faceplates, as you see in the picture I attached on screen. However, I have a small minor complaint, which is not visible unless you look at the figure from a different angle. So the next picture over here, if I were to look at her from the other side, the way she's bending her waist, that looks pretty painful. Like, is her spine okay? Maybe she does yoga, she's very flexible, I have no idea, but I suppose that I should not question anime logic. Or perhaps this is one of those problems where when you convert a 2D artwork into a 3D object, then sometimes, the object will look weird from other angles. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. If I like her, I would pre-order it. But Sandwich, it is hard to beat the one by Alter, which is already out. Elegance also has a really nice scale figure of her, which is almost just as good. Eventually, the big fans of this character will have to buy all three. Okay, moving on to the next one here. Oh, look what we have here. Aisaka Taiga. Quite a classic character in a way. Like, she is famous for being hardcore tsundere in a way. Yeah, in anime, abusive relationship is called tsundere. If the girl is always beating the crap out of you, but she actually likes you, that is tsundere. But to me, that is domestic violence. Okay. So we have Aisaka Taiga dress version from Toradora by Luminous Box, only 17,000 yen at 1/7 scale, November release. You know what? This is probably one of the best looking Aisaka Taiga scale figures in a recent year. Last year, we have quite a few figures of her. Was it an anniversary or something? And there was even a really expensive one by, was it Kadokawa, KD Call? I think it was. The wedding dress version, was it? Not exactly wedding dress, but Japanese outfit version. That one was a bit overpriced in my opinion, because Taiga is a short character, right? A lolly character. So at 1/7, this is a small figure, but that version that I saw last year, it felt really expensive. 26k. Now you tell me I can get Taiga with this beautiful dress over here for only 17,000 yen? Yeah, pre-order it. Nothing much else to complain over here. Nice work, Luminous Box. Moving on to the next one here, we have an original character, Hanatsumi, 1/7 scale by VK, and almost 18,000 yen, March 2026 release. Oh boy, that sword behind her, or is it a cleaver? That is beautiful. Now, this is such an insane value for money when you look at the whole package. Nice jacket, a huge weapon behind her, and the base is stunning. All of this for 18,000 yen. Just that the problem is VKN is a brand that is so new, they don't have anything out yet, I believe. There was another figure that, what was the name again? I don't remember. This should be the second or the third figure in pre-order. I have received questions from people on that figure. Should I pre-order it? And then I told them I can't give you a definite answer because nothing from this brand is out yet so far. But guess what? Being a Chinese brand, yes, Chinese, I wouldn't worry too much because no, there are barely any bad Chinese brands. Some are better than others. Like Reverse Studio has a couple of figures with some QC issues, but nothing as bad as the likes of Insight or Forts Japan. So when I see a new figure brand I've never heard of before, but it is Chinese, I'm less likely to be worried. So if you like her, yep, pre-order it. This is beautiful. Moving up next, we have two figures from Belfine, and they are from Lycoris Recoil. Do you have any idea how mad I am? When the newest season that is currently airing is more like a mini-series, 5 to 6 minutes an episode of these two girls messing around, I want a proper season 2, not 5-minute episodes. I haven't started watching it yet, but I will. So we have Chisato Nishikigi white dress version by Belfine. After a small discount, 21,000 yen, September release, so just 3-4 months away, yep, very soon. And of course, we also get Takina Inoue. Same price, same release month, and yep, they are meant to be displayed together as we see over here. They complement each other very well, and Belfine nowadays, their quality is indeed improving. Oh, Chisato has a second faceplate over there. Okay. My problem with this pair of figures, someone has brought it up in my Discord server and I actually agree with you. 21,000 yen each for a figure wearing a plain white summer dress. Meanwhile, VKN has showed us what you can do with 18,000 yen. Isn't it? Like, this thing is so much more sophisticated and detailed looking. This thing looks like a bargain in comparison, or this Chisato and Takina figure are starting to look pretty overpriced. I can't decide which is which. Chinese brands are known for giving us exceptional value. So in a way, it is more like the other figure earlier, that Hanatsumi figure earlier, being underpriced rather than this Belfine figure being overpriced. But at the same time, yeah, this is a pretty simple figure. I think it could be cheaper. This should be around 16,000 to 18,000 yen each maximum. So even with that discount over there, this is a bit difficult to justify. Moving up to the next one, we have Chino from Gochumon wa Usagi Desuka, right? Yeah, it's the Order Rabbit. Dress version by Luminous Box as well. 20,400 yen December release. Now with it's the Order of Rabbit figures, the first brand that comes to mind is actually Plum or PM Office A. They've made quite a few of those, and they are not difficult to find in Taobao actually. This one, it looks nice, like the dress, the ribbons, the frills and everything, they are quite detailed in a way. So the pricing over here, I think it feels just right. And what about the other girl? Where's she? The other character, I don't know her name, more like I have forgotten, maybe next week. Hard to believe that Chino is the one that has this figure but not the other girl. Moving up next, we have something really cheap from Proof for once. I was so surprised at this figure costing 15,500 yen. I mean, Proof is a bit weird. Some of the figures are kind of overpriced, and then some of them are very well priced. This one is one of those, and if there is a figure I want to get my hands on from this brand just to review it and see what the quality is like, it would be this Kanna figure. Yeah. And they have already screwed up at least once. Yep, Marin Kitagawa, Lee's cosplay version. The face on that is a disaster. Bargain bins in China can find one for 500 Chinese yuan. This one over here, we'll see after release. We will see. I'm not exactly a big fan of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Not a big fan. I'm sorry, KyoAni, but I know I've given this brand a bit of flack in the past, but case by case basis. This one is worth going for. There are many figures of Kanna out there, right? The ones that are on pre-order or already released. Characters from this anime, Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, they are the kinds of characters where it is very hard to mess up their face. Marin Kitagawa is the exact opposite, right? Many brands have messed up her face when they make the figures. But this anime over here, even the worst figures of this series from Forge Japan. They still got the face right. So yeah, this is worth pre-ordering if you like her. Moving up next, this figure is apparently called Summer Bikini Beautiful Girl. They did not even bother to give her a name because she is one of those NPCs who will die within the first 2 episodes in any anime. Coming from Zero Creative at 1/7 scale, 19,000 yen, which is somewhat reasonable. We are getting, yeah, a decent base over there. And releasing in September, I really like that transparent bag over there with the water tumbler inside. That looks really nice. Just that I don't remember seeing this figure in One Fest back in February. No, back in One Fest, Zero Creative exhibited exactly one figure and it wasn't even painted yet. I don't remember seeing this one. So I have no idea where this came from, but 19k, if you like the character art, maybe go for it. Moving up next, what do we have here? Okay, Altina Orion version 2 Legend of Heroes by Kotobukiya. 1/8 scale, 18,000 yen, November release. Yeah, normally I want to complain why not 1/7, but you know what? Every other figure in this Legend of Heroes series by Kotobukiya, they're all 1/8 scale, so they had to stick to that. 18,000 yen is okay. And this version 2 over here, I'm not sure why they went for a version 2 instead of re-releasing the previous version. I don't even remember what the previous version looks like anymore. Kudere character, is it? Like expressionless kind of character? It feels that way to me. Nothing much going on, I guess. Okay, Kotobukiya, they are consistent with their QC nowadays. If you want it, go ahead. Moving up next, the last 5 or 6 figures on HLJ are low-budget scale figures, and man, this is such a good week for low-budget figures. The first one here, this is #1 best seller in AmiAmi this week. 1/8 scale Genshin Impact Obsidian Opal Star, not Opal. And how do you pronounce her name? Silali, or is it Sitali, or I just call it Glit Tali, right? Version by Miatos, 9,000 yen only. January 2026 release. You see that pause over there? I'm not sure how they managed to get a figure this detailed, this complex, down to 9,000 yen. I'm not sure how they are doing it. This looks like something that cost 20,000 yen to me. Right? Yeah, if she were 1/7. Is there a reason not to pre-order one? Yes, there is only one. You hate Genshin Impact. Okay, so this is incredible. I'm not sure if I will pre-order, but yeah, I plan to review this figure some point in future. When she does come out, I want to review this figure. This could possibly be one of my first Miatos Gift Plus figures. One of my first. Who knows, I might go ahead and buy something that is already out today. We'll see. I'm very curious, right? So I received a question on Facebook. Why is this figure only 9,000 yen in Hobby Link Japan, but 11,000 yen equivalent over in China's Taobao? For example, you pre-order this on Bilibili, or you pre-order it on Genshin official store in China, in Taobao. Well, the reason is simple. Regional differences. I have demonstrated this so many times in my figure unboxing videos. Sometimes when I buy or import a figure from China, especially those from a Chinese brand, there are random bonus stuff in the box that I wasn't even aware is there, like the Sayuri 1/4 scale figure that I just unboxed in my upload last Thursday. There was this acrylic stand inside, which one of you told me your version did not have the acrylic stand. So my guess over here is that that extra 2,000 yen you're paying for, there is some bonus item in the box. Yeah. Can be anything. It can be an artwork, a print, a wall scroll, any kind of merchandise you can think of, right? Perhaps what is being given to you as a bonus item is already written in a product description, just that you did not read it. For me, I'm not exactly a merchandise collector, so I don't care about that part as much. And, well, pre-order this thing. Pre-order it. Okay, moving up to the next one. Mietos again, 1/8 skill, gift plus Arknights Teresa. 6,000 yen only. This is so absurd, isn't it? These figures are making pop-up parades look like absolute jokes. It is not even funny anymore. Yeah, coming out this December. And my message for every figure company out there, please stop putting more stuff in December. There are too many figures releasing in December. Way too many. You look at the paintwork over here, the shading on the hair, bright center, darker like violet gray shades at the edges. You won't see this in pop-up parades. Up next, another Arknights figure. Okay, Logos, that's his name, right? 6,000 yen as well, December release. Yeah, this is meant to be a pair with that other figure earlier, but nah, I won't buy it. But jeez, look at the amount of detail here. Would be nice if one day I get to actually tour an anime figure company's factory. That would be amazing. I want to know how they get things done so cheaply. Maybe that would only happen if I ever reach 1 million subscribers, which I'm not sure if that will ever happen at all. This hobby of Bishoujo anime figures to market is quite small, so I'm not sure if an Asian dude reviewing plastic girls wearing little clothes on will get to 1 million subscribers ever. Will that even ever happen, right? If you review all the mainstream stuff, Demon Slayer, Naruto, One Piece, then sure, you can easily get to that number. 6 digits in following count, subscriber count. But otherwise, I would be happy to have 100k subscribers, really. Okay, moving up next. This figure of Succubus Committee Chairman Miona by Animaster, even cheaper over here on HLJ. I think it was around 6,600 yen, right, in AmiAmi when she went on pre-order a week or two ago. So if you haven't pre-ordered her yet, or you get banned from AmiAmi, now you can get this figure on HLJ, and she is going for so cheap. Yeah. Lastly, the last figure here on HLJ, Tenito Tall. Elena, wrong spelling. Elena, shirt version from the Journey of Elena by Furio, 9,500 yen, December 2025 release. Yeah, just a big and simple figure. I did not even know a 500 ml bottle of water is 20.5 cm tall. I don't know that. So is this, yeah, this is closer to 1/6 scale based on their scaling over here. Elena should be around 27 cm from this comparison over here. Yeah, the bottle is 2/3 of her height. So 20 divided by 2 multiplied by 3, yeah, closer to 30 cm even. Okay. So, alright, moving on to AmiAmi for some exclusive items. Before I proceed, a quick reminder, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do subscribe to this channel for more anime figure content every week. Now getting back to this one on screen here, Azur Elp. Pure-hearted bad girl version. What? Pure-hearted but bad girl. Okay. It's not like it does not make sense. I think it makes sense at the same time. This is 27,000 yen. Very expensive. Right? This is very expensive for an altar figure even. Just a very detailed figure. Kneeling on the floor with one Gucci bag over there. 27k. This should be 23 or 24k max. This is a bit too expensive. But boy, her face, that is my type. That is my type of anime girl, I won't lie. Man, I should stop looking at these pictures before I get poisoned. I don't want to get too deep into Azur. Yep, this is AmiAmi exclusive coming out in June 2026. Moving up next, this is an amazing bunny girl figure. We have two excellent bunny girls this week. The one by Chinese brand earlier, Hanabi, and now we have one from Q Matago Original Bad Bunny, 1/7 scale, 25,000 yen, February 2026 release. Okay, this would look amazing next to my FGO Scarhawk figure, which is 1/7. And this figure is customable. I've checked the pictures earlier. Only the top, you can remove these two pieces and expose her opai. 25k is also expensive, but Kyoskyo stuff has always been expensive, so I'm not too surprised by it. This should be 22,000 yen. Yeah, about 10-15% too much. And quality of this brand, I can't emphasize it enough. Kyoskyo, they make good figures, so if you like her, go ahead and pre-order it. This is an AmiAmi exclusive. Moving up next, okay, this is just a quick mention because AmiAmi pushed her up the front page. I believe this went on pre-order a while ago. This Blue Archive Mari figure from Plum. Yup. I'm surprised that this is being pushed up the front page, which would normally mean they did not receive many pre-orders for her, which is unthinkable for a Blue Archive character, but what do I know? And the next one here is also being pushed up on the front page of AmiAmi. This went on pre-order like a month ago. This figure by Tuberosa Plus, yeah. For Kani lovers, you can undress this figure completely. And the last one here is kind of AmiAmi exclusive, but I suppose that you can find this figure on Native's website. Binding 1/4 scale, creator's opinion, Elizaveta, 44,000 yen, normal price for their 1/4 scales, November 2025 release. This is great design. Like, I would rather take a bunny girl that looks like this, partially a military uniform, over a plain bunny suit that Freeing likes to do. This is nice. This is very nice. And yep, this is customable both top and bottom. And moving on to the last stop for today's genuine figures section, Ninin Game for Be-Full Inside Fort Japan figures. We have Corn Cafe Girls Love Juice, Serafina 1/6 scale, 20k and 33k for the 1/4 as usual. This one is nothing too special, just Hadaka made. And then the next one here, lolly. Chibi Cat Girl Nekoyashiki Chako. Okay, this is the Suntan version 1/5 scale, only one scale, 22k releasing in December. And the normal version here, 1/5 as well, 22k December release. The last 4 figures are re-releases. There was someone who sent me pictures of this figure. You purchased one. I can't remember your name, unfortunately. I think it was on Facebook. Yeah. So this Master and Servant Reversal Stroll figure of Yuria is getting a re-release. 1/6, 20k December release. 1/4, 33k. And there is the Safe for Work version over here. Yep. Same thing. 20k and 33k depending on the scale. And this is what the figure looks like for the Safe for Work version. The not Safe for Work one, same exact figure, but she's Hadaka with the coat on. Yeah. And that is all for genuine figures on pre-order this week. Well, there's one more. We'll get to that soon. Moving up next, we check out third-party resin figures on OSGK, this channel's affiliate partner, just like HLJ. In case you are interested in buying or pre-ordering literally anything on any of these two websites, please do make use of my link down in the description below to enter these websites. Those are my affiliate links, and that is how you support this channel. You go on and buy stuff at the normal price, but at the same time, you're contributing to this channel. Or alternatively, you can make use of the link you are seeing on screen when you watch this video. So someone has told me to make the links visible on screen because you use Google Lens. So before I move on to the resin figures, there is one more genuine PVC figure on pre-order this week, but not yet available in AmiAmi at the time of filming this video. This figure over here by Hot Venus. You can get her on Native Online Store. You can get it on OSGK as well. I believe this is around 50,000 yen. So $449 over here is actually kind of expensive. So if you can afford to wait for AmiAmi, or you want to get the figure on anywhere else, Ninin Game for example, then yeah, go and check those websites out. This is original zombie brothel Hyunshi N and Taoist Rin. Japanese price is 50,000 yen a set, and unfortunately I can't show the picture much over here because this is very 18 plus, and this is coming out in July 2026. This is really a work of art. I have also shared this figure, the pictures in my Discord server, so you can join my server and check out the pictures over there. Okay, moving up next, we have 2 Anya figures, only 2 this week. The first one here is from Waku Waku Studio, Anya Specialist. Anya cost Napoleon Crossing the Alps, $165 December release. Man, the amount of ideas, right, these companies have when it comes to messing with Anya. The ideas, their creativity. I'm impressed, I have to say. Just that they should give her a troll face instead of a normal face over here. That would make this figure a lot more attractive. The second Anya figure is from ZH Studio, cosplaying as Hagoromo Otsutsuki. What anime is that? Is this a Naruto character or a One Piece character? Or a JJK character? Never mind. $107. There is pink hair and white hair as usual. Yeah, this looks badass. This is pretty cool. This time around, the white hair version is a bit better in my opinion. Yeah, case by case basis. Coming out, okay, no release date yet. I like this one. Right, moving up next, what do we have here? Yeah, $29 a set, including the car. Or car version is $15. Plain version, $15 a set for $29. Miyin Studio Goddess of Victory Nikkei Shake Doro series car and plane. So Miyin Studio, they just like copied whatever Apex Toys was doing with their Shake series figures. This feels like a copy of Apex Toys stuff. Hey, $29 only for 2 of them. Right, moving up next, what do we have here? One single figure from One Piece. Toys My Dream Studio, they make a lot of figures from One Piece. Egghead Arcstose, $122, no release date yet. What kind of name is that? Stose. Sounds lewd, right? The thing with Toys My Dream Studio is that their figures turn out really good and they are not too expensive and they all they match each other very well. If you buy a figure of Yamato or any other character, Boa Hancock, and then you buy this one, it feels like collecting a perfect set. They all match each other really well. Yeah. And then moving up to the next one here, we have Naruto Light Statue Resonance series. Haruno Sakura from Sakura Studio. And also Inuzuka Kiba, $129 each, no release date as well. Let's have a look. This looks like a small figure to me. This is not big. No scale mentioned. The height is only 17 cm. 17 cm for the whole thing. So this is a very small figure. Probably 1/12 scale. So I don't like it. The figure looks nice, just that it is too small for my taste. Up next, we have licensed resin figure, Soda Studio, their own original characters. Demon Prince, the Fallen Usurper. Okay, this is expensive. Regular version, $445, and DX version, which has DLC, for almost $500. September 2025 release. Oh, 2 figures, $500. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so that studio, they like to make this series of figures, original characters, where, as you can see, they are not human. If you like collecting figures of demons, then you might want to take a look. They have a few figures already out. You can find the user pictures online very easily, and their figures are pretty good. Yeah. Moving up next, we have Pokemon Sexy Sports Reshiram. Two versions over here, $109 each, releasing this December. So this version here, the sports version and also the maid version, they keep loading these Pokemons for some reason. I have no idea why. Both of them look just as good. If you ask me which one should I choose, I don't know how to choose. But I'm not a furry person, so I'm fine without this figure. The name of the studio is Juri Wanja Studio, and apparently this is a 1/20 scale. Maybe the Pokemon is really tall, so at 1/20 it is around the scale of a 1/6 figure, I'm not sure. Because there are no dimensions given for this figure over here. Moving up next, we have AGC Studio Mi Side 4 Forms Meta. Many versions over here, I won't bother to go through all of them, but the head sculpt is different. And it starts from $163 all the way to $393. 4 versions you get to choose over here. And for some of the choices over here, you actually get 2 head sculpts. Most of them, in fact. So this character, this VTuber, is it a VTuber? I have no idea who this is, and to me this figure is too plain and boring for me to bother with. But this figure is strangely popular when I share it on my Facebook, like the likes and shares, a lot of them. So what is up with this character? If you know something about her, please do let me know because I'm ignorant. Yeah. This is not particularly detailed either as a figure. And I think buying 4 of them is a bit overboard. You don't need all 4 of them. Right, moving on to the next one here, we have Oshino Shinobu from Bakemonogatari by Monster Studio. $191 at 1/6 scale, no release date yet. So the thing with Oshino Shinobu, there are so many genuine PVC figures which I think look way better than this one. But at the same time, those figures are pretty hard to find today. I used to own one, which I did not manage to review before I sold the figure because back then, this channel did not exist yet. Yeah, the one I owned was Kiss Shot, not Oshino Shinobu. Yeah, the lolly version by Good Smile. The face looks pretty good, and there is not much wrong with the figure, except I would like to see some shading. Like the dress is plain white. The hair, I think there is a bit of shading, but not much. Yeah, so as a result, the figure does not look as detailed as I would like it to be. I would still lean towards the existing, genuine PVC figures if I can find them for a very good price. Moving up next, we have a Genshin Impact figure here. 2 of them. Baji Studio Tasty Bunny series. Yeah, tasty indeed. Nahida and Klee. So, $191 each for the DX version, which are getting, yes, Hadaka body parts. Baji Studio, they do make 18 plus figures coming out in no release date again. Okay, so I received a couple of comments in my Facebook asking why is her legs so long. Yeah, I know that you prefer them to be as underaged as possible, but at the same time, I do agree that the legs are kind of too long. It is like they attached the upper torso of a lolly character to the lower torso of an adult character. It is so weird. The legs are way too long over here. If they made the character's face look more matured, more adult, then maybe the proportion would make some sense. But yeah, these thirst trap figures over here, man. They are trying so hard to give these lolly characters, childbearing hips. What? It looks so weird, man. It looks funny. What is Baji Studio thinking? Because they normally make figures that are kind of okay. I can actually recommend this brand. But this pair of figures are just way too weird. Right, moving up next, we have an excellent Kafka figure from Honkai Star Rail. This is made by LS Studio, and the best part is the price, because at 1/6 scale, this Kafka figure you're seeing on screen, where you're getting 2 head sculpts, the anime version, the game version I mean, and also the realistic version over here. All of these for $130 US. Jeez, this is a bargain. I'm not sure if I want to buy more third-party Kafka figures now that we have the Apex Toys version coming. We have Mietos making a gift plus as well at 1/8 scale. I'm not sure if I want to buy more, but this entire figure for $130. This is too good to not pre-order. I'm tempted, you know? I'm really tempted. 37 cm, man. The whole thing, including the base. Jeez. Bargain resin figure of the week. And the face looks really good. I hope that this is what I get. Yep. And last figure of the week is also among the best. From Miin Studio, we have Wuthering Waves Cartetia. $182, no release date yet. This is so good, man. This is beautiful. The sword and everything. Man, $182 including the base over here. I think it is reasonable. And this together with that Kafka figure earlier, these are the two main highlights this week for third parties. Not many figures. It looks a bit like Excalibur, that sword over there. Must be the blue color handle with the gold color parts. So that is all for third party resin figures this week. Very few. Which figure will you pre-order this week? Let me know down in the comments below. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do give it a like, and once again, subscribe to this channel for more anime figure content. I have a lot of figure reviews coming up. And until then, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching and goodbye.